Hello, I'm Elgato and welcome back to the video. Today I want to talk about the PlayStation 4 and the last edition of Minecraft console, because if you haven't already heard the news somehow but care about Minecraft console, every single console edition of Minecraft has been cancelled. The 360, PS3, Wii U and the PS Vita will get one last update, and the Switch and the Xbox One are receiving no more updates officially. However, the PlayStation 4 is the one of those 7 versions that is not being cancelled. It is the last console standing, and in today's video I wanted to talk about it, both for people that own a PlayStation 4 and are curious about what goes from here, and also people who really like Minecraft console edition and are looking to upgrade. Obviously the console gets a PlayStation 4. Here is some advice for PS4 players, and here is how I feel like that's going to go down, because again, being the last console standing is a really weird place, and I think there's some implications here. So let's first of all start with a big debate as to whether, as console players, we should make the switch to Bedrock by picking up an Xbox One or a Switch if we don't have one, or if we already have one, just switching to that version of the game, or should we keep playing console edition, or what's the deal there? And honestly, I really think it comes down to what you value. If you value updates above all else, I'll admit that that's my category too. The only objective here is to hopefully make the Bedrock version of the game the best version it can be. So obviously, leaving feedback, making the game the best it can be, and that's something really hard to do. It's an uphill struggle, but it is something I'd recommend if you want to keep playing the updates and you want to keep your existing console. However, if you have the console edition already and you really want to keep it up, then obviously the PlayStation 4 is going to be there for you, and it's going to be there for you for at least more than one update, because they're not cancelling the PlayStation 4 yet, which kind of implies that it's got some amount of longevity there to it. And the interesting thing about the PlayStation 4 is you might think, well, really, that version of the game has the least choice, because although Xbox One Bedrock and Switch Bedrock aren't receiving updates anymore, they have both versions of the game, whereas PlayStation 4 only has one. But on the contrary, to counter that opinion, the PS4 version actually has the best choice, because the PS4 edition will actively get updates. You'll be able to play the updated Quatic on your PS4 using the largest worlds possible, the best performance possible of any Minecraft console edition. So that's a pretty big deal by itself, I'd say. But then if you add on top of that the fact that you actually can kind of play Bedrock with a PlayStation 4 controller, then that's something kind of great there. Again, some amount of PlayStation 4 players are really upset that they're not included in the Better Together update, but if you want to get an accurate representation of what it's like to play Better Together, then here's all you're going to need to do. So as you can see, right here I have a PlayStation 4 controller, the one you want to presumably play your Minecraft with, and you're sad because you can't play on your PlayStation 4 using this controller. However, because the Bedrock version was originally the Pocket Edition and it's built for the Touch UI in the first place, it's basically the exact same version that you can play on your phone and you can play on your PlayStation 4. So if you have an Android phone, an Android tablet, a Windows 10 PC, literally any other device, all you need to do is get yourself a cable. They cost like 99p on Amazon, eBay, whatever else, that converts your signal from your controller into a micro USB signal on the other end. So as you can see, I put this cable here. It's the exact same cable on both ends, and because there's a converter in the middle, and this means we can actually, assuming the phone doesn't turn off, we can actually play Minecraft using a PlayStation 4 controller. It is the PlayStation 4 controller itself is supported, and now we get a better Minecraft experience using our PlayStation 4 controller, and it's a really wonderful thing right there, because unlike the Xbox One version, because it's running on a console, you actually have access to custom skins. You can download your own skins, play it on this. You have access to custom worlds without going to the store, because obviously otherwise you're gonna have to drop some money. No money needs to be dropped right here. It's a cheaper version of the game, which is a nice little benefit right there. It's a version of the game which runs better, at least on a lot of Android devices, than it will on the Xbox One and the Switch, and it's also a system where you can play it on the go, or you can cast it to a TV. And the only point I'm trying to prove here is that because the game is, has to run on all these devices, it caters to the lowest common denominator, and there's no real benefits to being on a console with the Bedrock. I like playing on the console because it is the platform I play on, but there's no benefits to it being on the console because they don't take advantage of it anyway, which means if you play on your phone, you somehow get a objectively better version of the game in most cases, which is weird to say, but it is a thing that does happen. So don't worry, you got access to Minecraft PS4 Bedrock. Just play it on your phone, play it on your Windows 10, play it anywhere else, and you can still play Bedrock. Obviously, it's not on the same console, but it is the solution right there. So yeah, I just want to mention that as just like, there you go, don't worry, feel less bad about that. If you want to play Better Together, you have a device that can play it. Trust me, literally everything has Better Together besides the PlayStation 4, so you've got that covered. So now that means that the PlayStation 4 gives you the choice. You can play that other version either on the other platform natively, like again, play on your Windows 10 PC using your keyboard, or play with your PlayStation 4 controller. It's going to be the same experience, or you can play on your PlayStation 4 and get access to Minecraft PS4 Edition. So again, we don't know right now how big the support will be, but I think it's kind of great that the PlayStation 4, the Sony console, is the one that has the best choice for Minecraft, because if you play on any of the other platforms, you're kind of being railroaded into the newest version of the game, the one with the microtransactions, the store, because that allows them to support their content. But if you own a PlayStation 4, the competitor console, then the best version out there for you is still going to be the main edition, because they can't put their own version, because it requires a Microsoft Microsoft account, and because Sony doesn't like crossplay in the first place. So yeah, I find this to be an unprecedented space in gaming, where one of the, like, platform holders has created a game or owns a game that is potentially best played, or has the best options at least on a rival's platform. But that is the space we're going to go into with the future. So I wanted to bring this up right now just as a point of like, well, this is probably why you should keep updating the Xbox One, Microsoft, but mostly it's just like, okay, if you have PlayStation 4, that's going to be the only console edition of the game for quite some time, and that's going to be interesting to follow, as like, oh, so console edition has turned into PS4 edition, but that also means it'll likely be cancelled for the same reason the 360, the PS3, the Wii U, and the PS Vita were, because the reasoning behind that was that less than 5% of their players play it. However, keep in mind that, the PlayStation 4 edition, when compared to the juggernaut of, phones, tablets, Windows 10 PCs, and the other consoles combined, it's going to be a really small percent, especially when you throw in Java. Most players won't play on PlayStation 4, and it's likely going to be cancelled at some point. However, again, given that 4G Studios is developing it alongside doing other stuff, maybe there'll be some system in place, and maybe, the skin pack sales will fund it. I don't know for sure what it is, but my point with today's video is that the best way you can play Minecraft, rather than getting into this big debate of like, oh, I don't think you should play it because there's a new version that trend forces. If you like console edition, play PlayStation 4. I think most of my console edition videos from here onwards will likely be on the PlayStation 4, because that's the best Minecraft console platform. It kind of almost was before, and now it definitely is. If you want to play Minecraft Bedrock, you can play it anywhere on any device, and sadly, the best place to play it is never going to be the Xbox One, or maybe probably not even the Switch, and the reason for that is because they've made the same game across all the platforms, but you got to keep in mind, if you have the same thing on everything, one, you have to, cater to the lowest, end of that, which is a problem in itself, and the second thing is that if some of those features are not available on the consoles, like they're not right now, you can't make your own skins. That will change eventually, but you can't download other people's maps on the Xbox One, and because they're providing a paid alternative, that gives them a very bad incentive to fix those things. They should, like, the kind of goal is, if you're going to release on a new platform, it should be the same as your other platforms, or they should take advantage of some of the features. They should take advantage of the fact that it's console in some real significant way, and that is the way to make Bedrock Edition superior or worth playing to some people's minds. The reason that some people, are really upset by seeing, the same game from the phones on their consoles is because everyone's had access to a phone or tablet. We live in 2018, everyone has a phone, right, like, of some form, and likely if they like Minecraft enough, they played the Minecraft, mobile version, and they liked some things about it, they maybe didn't like other things, but if they kept playing their console, and, like, when the Switch was made over, when they realized that it was the same version, just with a controller, but with a lot of features removed, something feels a bit wrong about that, and that's something that needs to be corrected before the, because right now, the official advice is go get a PS4. That gives you the best, utilitarian option between playing, the mobile version with everyone else, and between playing an edition of the game which is built for the console that it runs on. And that is the core of why this is even a debate. In the future, in some number of years, we'll have forgotten about this if the Bedrock version has improved in all the ways where it doesn't, keep up to date with the console, and which it takes advantage of being on those consoles in some real way. However, until that day, there's always going to be a contingent of people that don't feel quite happy with it, and that's my take on things, and that's why I will be playing the PlayStation 4 edition a lot. All of my Bedrock videos will be recorded on my Xbox One and my Windows 10 device, of course, and that's going to be the same for my Java videos, but all of my console edition videos are going to be recorded on the PlayStation 4 from here on outwards, and if you like console edition enough, if you like playing minigames and you want an active community, if you want the whole list of other console edition features which are yet to be ported or confirmed to be ported over to Bedrock, then this is the option for you. And let me know in the comments down below, let's, again, I always say this, but try and stay constructive, don't just yell at the version you don't like. Tell me what you think is better about console edition compared to the Bedrock version, if you're switching that way, or if you're playing Bedrock as opposed to console edition, tell me the reasons why, because one of the videos I want to make to help people switch over, because again, eventually it's going to have to happen. There are downsides to it, but it eventually will. I want to help, make a list of every single feature that the console edition has that the Bedrock edition doesn't, so tell me what the reason is that, what the big feature for you that makes you not want to switch over. I know minigames is a big one, and that's obviously a clear one people say. I know amplified and custom superflats, but if you have any smaller features, let me know about those, because I want to have a full and comprehensive list, and hopefully with your help we can do that. And again, the ideal situation is to have a better version of Minecraft Bedrock, but we don't have that yet, which is why the advice stays the same. So thank you very much for watching the video. Give it a like if you liked it, and make sure you turn on notifications if you're into this sort of thing, because I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and not all of them are barely above the 10-minute line. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.